Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can take an outbound recruiter assistant inside of Synthflow and using a workflow connected to a Google Sheet so you can capture some information from a phone call and then push it into a Google Sheet, which is going to be the equivalent of our database. Okay, so let's jump in, and we're going to be using this assistant here. This is an outbound recruitment screener called Drew from a fictitious talent company called Global Talent. Now, we've got a simple script here which goes ahead and uses a few custom variables like the recruiter name. We've got a lead name coming in here. We've got a candidate name and job title, and some required skills. And if you scroll a bit down, we're going to capture some expectations on compensation, going to capture some experience here, and then we're going to invite some candidate queries about, does the candidate have any questions about the role or the company? Now, what we're going to want to do with this conversation is actually capture some of this information from the conversation using information extractors to pull them through the workflow and into the sheet. So we've got some information extractors set up here. So actions after the call, and you can see we've got a bunch here. Now, just to go through them one by one quick, we've got appointment booked, showed interest, DN deactivated. This means if you toggle this on, the next time you use a workflow, it's not going to call them back and repeat the same call. Was busy if the call didn't go through. Callback requested, gather experience details, gather compensation expectations, and then follow-up preferences. Now, there was a question in there which I might want to add another one, which is additional questions. So let's do that. We're going to go to the plus button, then we're going to go open question. The identifier is going to be additional questions. Keep it nice and simple. What should the AI extract from the call? Did the user have any additional questions about the job and the company itself? Let's go ahead and just correct those spelling mistakes quick. Let's say what type of job, let's say, is there flexible working? This is just giving the AI some examples to work off. Let's say, is there childcare allowance included? And maybe another one, is there health insurance included in the package? There we go. There's some fields. Let's go and save and attach that one. So now you should hopefully see 9 information extractors here. Cool. So what we're going to eventually do in a second is when we go to test the assistant, we're going to add in a lead name, recruiter name, job type, job title, job location, and required skills. We're going to place a call, and then we're going to go through, capture some information. So why don't we go ahead and actually do that test call now, and then we can see how we need to map through that info using a workflow. So lead name is going to be, let's say, Dan. Recruiter name is going to be Tom. Job type is going to be, let's say, AI consultant. Job title, job type is going to be contract. Job title, AI consultant. Job location is going to be remote. Required skills is going to be, let's say, AI voice assistants. Cool. Let's go ahead and do this call and just see if we can get some information, which then we can use in a workflow.
Hi, this is Drew from Global Talent Solutions. Is this Dan?
It is Dan, yes.
Great, Dan. I'm calling about an exciting contract opportunity for an AI consultant position based remotely. Would you be open to discussing this role and seeing if it aligns with your background and career goals?
Yeah, why not?
Not a problem. Would there be a better time for us to reconnect about this opportunity?
Oh, no, sorry, I'm actually available now.
Awesome. Based on your background in AI consulting and proficiency in AI voice assistants, this role seems like a great match. Have you ever worked on a role like this before?
Yes, I have actually. I've been doing it for the last couple of years.
That's fantastic. Could you share a bit more about your experience with AI voice assistants? What kind of projects or responsibilities have you handled in this area?
Yeah, currently I'm working for Synthflow AI, where I built out the academy and all the learning materials to help people understand how to build and deploy AI voice assistants.
That sounds impressive. Have you worked on any large transformation projects during your time at Synthflow AI? If so, could you tell me more about that?
I can't really go into too much information over the phone, but I've worked with some of our enterprise clients to get them set up and running, yeah.
Got it. I understand. To ensure this role aligns with your career goals, Could you share your expectations around compensation for a position like this?
Yeah, if possible, 500,000 a year.
Thanks for sharing that. Do you have any questions about the role, the company, or the next steps in the hiring process? I'd be happy to provide more details.
I did have one question. Would this role include health insurance?
Great question. I'll need to confirm the details about health insurance for this role. I can follow up with you via email once I have that information. Does that work for you?
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you for sharing your details. Our team will review your profile on Ashby, and we'll get back to you shortly about the next steps.
Sounds good to me. Thanks for your time. Call was pretty good. Actually, hung up on the end there without saying goodbye. That's fairly rude, but we can tweak that. So we went through the script pretty well, captured all the information we needed. And if we go to the calls tab and go to this call, we can see that we had some of the actions run. We didn't actually book an appointment because that wasn't actually in the prompt. So that's false. Did the user show an interest in scheduling a service appointment? We need to change that one. Did the user request to be called? Was busy. False. Yep. Call request. It was false. Good. What specific experience does the candidate have? And then we've got an example. What's in a similar project? It's been something I've been doing for years. Return value. I've been doing it. There you go. With currently working with Synthflow. Good. Caught the salary and the additional questions about the company itself. Would this role include health insurance? Okay. So we caught some information from that call. Let's now go ahead and see if we can set up a workflow to bring all the details from that call into a Google Sheet. Now, I made one earlier and it looks like this. Really simple. Name, phone number, email address, call status, recruiter name, job type, title, location, skills, appointment booked, was busy, callback requested, showed interest, D&D activated, experience, conversation, follow-up, preference. Okay, so how do we connect these two together? Well, we're going to use a workflow from inside of the Synthflow Workflows tab here. So let's go into Workflows. Let's go to Create a Flow, and we're going to go with Recruitment, Screener, Outbound, G Sheet. Okay, then we're going to go with Receive Calls Inbound. This workflow processes inbound calls and captures key data for efficient handling. Yep, now we go into here, and then we have this flow automatically set up for us, and it starts with a receive call, and it's got a few routes. When the call is ended for a reason, AI goodbye, human drop call, human goodbye. And then we're going to go and try and insert a row down here. So first few steps, we're going to go and connect our voice agent with our API key. You can get this from the integrations tab if you haven't already. And the assistant we're going to do is the recruitment screener. Let's go ahead and load some sample data. And you can see we have the results from the call we just did, including the campaign type, the job title, the recruiter name, the lead name, the transcript, and all of the actions and their values from the information extractors below. So let's go ahead and map that data. If we go to the Insert Row tab, we're going to go to our connection. We're going to connect Google Sheets if you haven't done already. I'm going to select our spreadsheet, which is called Recruitment Screener. I'm going to select an option, which is going to be Sheet 1. And now we can see it's mapped all of the fields that we have available to us in our spreadsheet, and we're going to map these directly across. So if you click into the first one on name, we're going to go to receive call, and we're going to say, which one is the name? We're going to say, we'll go with lead name in this one, which is the prompt variables. Lead name is going to be Dan. Phone number is going to be down here somewhere. Maybe we can actually just search. There you go. Phone number 2. It's going to be here. Email address, mail. Actually, I don't think we have the email. Let's just check. I don't think we actually did the email, so we'll leave that on blank for now. The call status. Let's just have a look if we've got a call status here. Yeah. Maybe we'll just go and have a look and see. Let's go ahead and see the end call reason, human pickup cutoff. Okay. So we'll put that one in there. Let's see call status. The end call reason, sorry. The recruiter name is going to be up here. Recruiter name was Tom, and we can just go down the job. This is going to be fairly simple. If you've done any like Zapier work before, Let's go ahead and map the title. There we go. Make sure we've got them right. Location is remote. Required skills. This one across. AI voice assistant. Appointment booked. We can leave blank. Was busy. We'll leave that blank actually, because if we are going to be using this route, which is one of these, we can leave that blank. Callback requested, we can leave blank. Showed interest, let's leave that too. Experience. We can drop this down. Name, info extract to gathered experience, return value, and then gather experience details. There we go. We do the same for the compensation, which is going to be executed actions, return value, expected compensation, and then the follow-up preference, we can leave blank there as well. So we've got all the info that we actually captured from the call, pending going back and actually just fine-tuning that assistant. Let's go ahead and test this step to see if we can pull that data across. There we go. We've got it tested successfully. If we go back into the Google Sheet, we have it here. So name, Dan, phone number, email address, call status, human picked up, cut off, the recruiter name, job type, contract, job title, location. Yeah, these are blank, which is fine. Experience. There we go. So we have another couple. If you wanted to maybe grab some more information here, here is the other info we have from this call. Remember, we have the call ID. Maybe you wanted to add a call ID in here for reference. You could go call ID and then map that call ID into here in a similar way as you did before. We also have these. You wanted to do time zone, you could do model ID, you can even pull the transcript in there. Anything else that you find in this result coming from the receive call action at the top of this workflow, you can pull directly into a Google Sheet. Now, once you're ready, you can go ahead and publish this. There we go, success, the flow has been published. So anytime that your agent receives a call, or this workflow receives a call, then you can capture all this information and pop it directly into a Google Sheet. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial and look forward to seeing what you build with workflows. See you on the next one.